What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another special episode of the Value Menu Podcast. We back with another episode with the film gods, and man, this is gonna be a great one. Real quick, can you guys introduce yourself one by one, real quick? Who wants to go first? Nim, you go first.
Yo, this is Nimi Hendrix, the film god.
Denity, Secret Society Motion Pictures, Team 80 Media.
Ishell Vaughan. I don't have no cool nickname.
He said that's.
I ain't make one up.
He said my name is my name.
My name is my name. I got one.
Word. But yeah,
Film demon.
But yeah, man. I just wanted to first of all thank you guys for coming. This episode been a long wait. I know a lot of people been waiting for y'all to come up here. Real quick, I just wanted to talk about like how did you guys get started in like your entrepreneurial journeys?
I mean, I guess I gotta go first.
Yeah, you gotta go first.
I go first. Well, me, I mean, it's a long story, but I'm keep it short, keep it brief. I was doing music, rapping as most people rap, and stopped rapping. And I had a group. First, it was called the Foundation. Me, Photo, Tax G, Bless McFly, Poppy Stores, couple like kind of known people in the Newark, New Jersey area. And I stopped doing music, and I still wanted to contribute to the movement. So I ended up getting like a little cheap little flip camera and started filming with that, and people just started referring to me as a director, because there wasn't a lot of people doing film then. So I just kind of like just kept it going.
And what was that?
The when?
Yeah.
That was like a little over 10 years ago. Check YouTube, Tax G. Early videos, probably my first video, Tax G. Well, not probably, but was my first work with Tax G.
So you've been doing film for like a decade?
A little over a decade, yeah. Yes, sir.
13 years.
Yeah.
13.
About 13, 12?
Yeah, 13.
Like 12.
Yeah, a lot of people can't.
He was like, man, don't add that extra year on me.
Now it's 12. Yeah, 2010.
Word.
Yeah.
How about you?
I was doing music, and then I was doing graphics. So I bought a camera, and then my boy Piff Beats, he introduced me to Nimi.
Yeah.
And Nimi saw that, I had potential to, kind of do videos. So he was like, yo, man, I'm gonna show you how to use that camera to shoot videos. And I was just like, man, I ain't shooting no videos. I started coming to his shoots, and then I started enjoying it. I'm like, oh, I think I could do this.
Yeah.
And then that kind of like, I shot one video, and then that led to 2, and then 3, and started doing my own thing.
Did you guys ever think that you guys would be at the level you guys are at right now when you first started?
I can answer that question. Long story short, I was working at a tax office. I had some rinky-dink, what's it, T2 camera. And my boy Views by Dre, he live in Florida now. He seen something on
Drezito.
Yeah, he seen something on
shout out
Facebook.
Drezito.
I guess Nimi was trying to do like a reality show or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was looking for interns at the time. So me and Denny was like the first interns. Like we always joke about it, like we was forged from ice.
Yeah, bro.
Because we'll get to that story.
Ish was working in a tax office selling high heels.
Yeah, I was working at GameStop.
Denity was working at GameStop.
Yeah.
So
we have
now
real
we
jobs.
Yeah.
now we here, man.
So realistically, I'm gonna be honest with
And I
you.
was working at Dish Network. And I was looking, I had a job too. So.
People be asking me like, they be like, oh, I started film because my dad did it, or my mom, or I'd be like, nah, bro. Be honest with you, I never would have even thought that I'd be doing camera work at all. It just happened, and you just apply yourself 100% to whatever you do. I just made that quote up, bro. Just try to get y'all some motivation.
That's heavy because a lot of people can't do the same thing for 10 years straight. Yeah. A lot of people, like, they too not focused. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They don't even see, they want instant gratification for what they're doing, and they don't get it, and then they switch to the next hot thing. You get what I'm saying? So I definitely applaud y'all for like just the consistency. You know
for
what
sure.
I'm saying? Real quick, what's Secret Society?
Man, it's Secret Society for a reason. We can't tell you. especially not the whole world. It's like, nah, Secret Society is a family, man. It's a collective of artists, creatives that kind of like just let's kind of move on the same wavelength. We have certain way of going about things. It's about loyalty, about dedication, and it's just about self-empowerment and just building ourselves and try to make the best of ourselves and our community. So, and it's, you know what I mean, it's hard to get in, easy to get out. That's pretty much the basis of it.
When did you start Secret Society?
We started Secret Society back in like probably like 2006, 2007. As I said, it started out with just doing music. We just like kind of like 5, 6 popular local rappers. Not even say local, because we was like all like kind of like buzzing in our own lane. Like me musically, when I tell people I used to do music, people think that I was like just on some hobby and shit. Like, I used to do music as serious as I do film now. We used to go do shows. I used to make money. I was real heavy in the battle rap. So it was real, like really something that we did. And we kind of like, I had a studio. So we kind of like put together all the best artists that was coming to my studio at the time. And we decided to make it a collective. And then we found one dude that he was fat, so we made him the leader. This big, tall, big dude. And then we just put everything together kind of onto him. And then
I made him the leader because he was fat.
Yeah, we made him the leader because he had that Godfather, that black Godfather type look. Mm-hmm. So it was a mistake because later we found out he was scamming and stealing money and stuff like that. Never make somebody's physical appearance allow you to make them the boss or anything like that.
Damn. How would you guys describe Secret Society? How did it affect you guys like now? Like, do you guys feel like, because I know it's like a community almost. You guys stick together.
The thing about Secret Society is that we still like, you know, like we are. It's more like a family thing other than like a company or actual like thing. Like, because we still have the space to do what we want. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, Nimi doing this thing over here, Ish doing this thing over there. I can still do my thing, but at the end of the day, we still all like, you know, we still come together. Like, if Ish need me, I'm there. If Nimi need me, I'm there. And it's all vice versa. Like, Nimi come to my shoes, Ish come to my shoes. All of us just like, you know. But at the end of the day, like, we still, you know, have the opportunity to like kind of do our own thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's more of a.
I think the best thing about Secret Society is that it's like a never-ending pool of infinite resources.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no matter what you need, even like real life stuff, there's somebody that knows someone that can help you at any time of the day.
That's the best thing. That's the good way to explain it is like a pool of resources. Like, just instead of having to go on Craigslist or wherever people find gigs, you just hop in the Secret Society group chat. Yo, I need such and such in an hour filming in Connecticut. Somebody will be there. You know what I mean? Whatever's needed. There'll be times where like where I'll be on a date and something happened with my car and I just put in a group chat, yo, cash at me $200 so I don't embarrass myself. Like, and it's there. Like, it's just that type of thing. It's just like, you know what I mean? It's a pool of resources. Everybody just uplift each other.
That's dope.
It's like, it's a group. I would say it's a group of bosses too, because it's not like,
for sure.
It's not like, you know, this person's here, this person's here. At the end of the day, we all are our own kind of bosses, but we still all like, it's no egos either. We don't really do the ego thing. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So we all kind of we had that type of respect for each other.
Where we teach you, we uplifting and creating leaders.
Right.
You know what I mean? We don't want people that don't have that mentality to strive and to be great.
That's dope. And then you mentioned before, you said it was hard to get in, easy to get out. What you mean? What you mean by that?
What I mean is that it's a certain standard that you have to maintain. You know what I mean? When it comes to just the way you carry yourself, your productivity, stuff like that. Like, you got to carry yourself like a man or carry yourself like a woman. You know what I mean? You got to be respectful. You got to contribute to the group. Just like any other company, but at the same time,
you gotta really want to like put in the work. Like, the work ethic shows like through consistency, and I think we set the bar. And like I said, like me and Ish, started the intern, we was the first interns. Like we set the bar high on every class that comes in. We let like they might see where we at now, and they don't know what we really went through. Like the day, year 1, year 2, like the kind of work that the weather conditions, the type of equipment was different. We didn't have gimbals and drones, and we really had to figure it out. Like I'm at a shoot. Ish put me in a wheelchair. Like we shooting movies and walkers. Like because we ain't have the technology they got now. Like we really put in that real work. You know what I'm saying?
Grit.
So, and we expect that from the people that you know that come along with us. And not saying they got to do it to that degree, but the work ethic has to just, you know, kind of show in that way.
I think it's more about the consistency thing. Like basically, we got
talking to the mic.
Oh, I feel like I think just recently we've been. I'm not gonna say executing, but we was removing people due to like lack of consistency because it makes everyone look bad at the same time because.
Like a lot of people think that because you're a group of black men that is just a hangout, just let me go around and have fun. They're friends. They're gonna be nice to me. I can do whatever the fuck I want and just not produce. But nah, you gotta produce, and you gotta be an upstanding human being, an upstanding person. You know what I mean? You gotta be productive. You can't make the group look bad, basically. And there's been a lot of people that had to
give them the axe,
execute.
Yeah, had to get executed because they ain't. I don't. Yeah, I don't get too much detail about that part.
So when was the first class? Like the first intern? After them, when did you guys?
I mean. We never really. I never set out with like the plan. Like, we're gonna start doing internship classes.
Right.
We just seen that a lot of people were just contacting us to work and to intern. And as our schedules and workloads got more busy and more busy, we decided to let's make it like an actual program. So first we started meeting in the Secret Society barbershop downtown. Shouts to my boy L Vegas. We started meeting in that barbershop. Probably the first class was probably like 12, 15 people, and up to now, like when we do a class, it'll be like 60, 70, 80 people. That's how many we accept. And usually when we do the classes, we get like 300-400 applicants. So it's been growing over the years, and so now we got to be more selective in people that we bring on.
Yeah, and then also I was gonna say. Did you ever knew that like you was gonna be and you basically like a inspiration to these people, right? Because they wouldn't apply if they didn't see like the type of like work ethic and the you know the rapport that you have, right? And you guys have as well. I'm sure that's the number one reason why they apply in the first place, right? Because they want to get to that kind of standard, like you said before, right? That secret society standard. And also now you at your own film factory. Now you went from that barbershop. Now you at your own film factory doing those, hosting those onboarding processes.
Yeah.
So
sure.
That's definitely a huge level up. You got your own space now.
Yeah. 2 of them, by the way.
2 of them.
2 film factories. The loft.
Yeah. How is having the film factory? It's pretty dope.
It's great, man. It's good to have a place you could just. Like we do a lot of last minute stuff, for instance, and a lot of times you gotta like, damn, let me hop on a website and try to find a location, and to just have your own space, it helps in that realm. To whereas a lot of times you have to search for a location. It's there. That's the home base. If we need a place to meet, to congregate, that's the home base. So it's a lot of work maintaining it, but at the same time, it's a blessing to have your own headquarters.
That's dope. And then, you was gonna say something?
Nah.
I thought you.
I was waiting for the
I thought
next
you were about to say
question.
something too. I was waiting.
Why? Because I was cracking my knuckles. It's like,
I was like, it's about to get real serious.
I just, it's relaxing.
I think the question he was asking: do you think you had a responsibility of uplifting the kids from when you was shooting in the back
I
of
think that-
ShopRite parking lot to now.
What?
I was there. I got the picture on my phone actually.
Yo,
We shot that cipher.
oh yeah.
It was
That's when
like
he
right.
working
It
at
was
the
like
tax
in the back
spot.
of ShopRite.
That was your shoot.
But you pulled up though.
I hopped in the cipher too. I actually hopped in that cipher.
Do you think that you be uplifting these kids?
Yeah,
from
of course.
Shooting from the
Yeah,
dirt?
we
No, you
uplift them.
didn't. There's no way you're a liar.
Yeah.
You're lying. No way.
Yeah, we love the kids.
Yeah.
So another question I have, as entrepreneurs, how do you guys like market your businesses? Like
Market your business.
and find clients and things of that nature.
By putting out good work, good
Yeah.
content.
Mm-hmm.
Not even gonna lie, that's really 99% of my marketing is just putting out good work, good content. The work speaks for itself.
Yeah, just putting out the work, and then just like networking is very
Networking.
important.
Mhm.
Very important.
Yeah, you can't
You
be
know,
afraid to,
you gotta
to say
network.
hello, yo.
Got to
Run your
network.
mouthpiece.
Got to network, and
Like,
even,
even-
people just believing in you. Like
Even to this day, yo, I be on my phone at night. I don't care if someone else shot the video. I'll be under the comments like, yo, bro, what's up with the next video shoot? I don't care. Because I still try to keep that same mentality from
Gotta
when
be
I first
persistent.
started.
Gotta
Or-
stay
or-
hungry.
I'll be
hungry.
right underneath your post.
Yeah.
I got a red epic dragon, a red weapon, an Ari Alexa Mini. What you trying to shoot?
Yeah.
Oh,
Violate.
man, that's dope.
Yeah, they be answering too. You got to, because you never know. It could be a new client. It don't matter who it is.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You never
engagement. So that goes into the networking
Yeah, you
thing.
you can't be scared to open your mouth, because closed mouths don't get fed.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I know and a lot of people, I guess, would recommend y'all word of mouth too, just by like you guys said, doing good work, putting out great content,
Yeah, word
and
of
staying
mouth is the
consistent.
best.
And staying, my bro, Trav, shout out to Trav MBB. He really be putting me on to a lot of
Shouts to Trav.
yeah.
Yeah.
stuff too. Like he really believed in me. You know what I'm saying? He really believed in me and my work. You know what I'm saying? The team as well as a unit. So, you know what I'm saying? He always, you know what I'm saying, be especially like showing the work and stuff. So
All right, that's dope. And then another question I got for you guys too is, in the film industry, right? I would say, I don't know, about 70% of it is inspired by like creativity. What in your guys' cases, what inspires your creative processes? Like, I know when you guys get handed a job or you get handed a concept, but you guys could put your own spin on it. So what kind of like inspires your creativity?
well, for me, like I watch a lot of movies, and another thing, like my peers too, like Nimi might put out something that I'm like, yo, that's crazy, or something that I've seen, and like, yo, I like that technique or this, or even like Ish, or something like that, or something that it can come from anywhere, I would say, but mostly a lot of my stuff come from movies or a visual effect that I seen in a movie or something like that. Like I try to replicate like high level stuff, like from stuff that people may not be able to do at a lower level, but I may be able to pull it off just by like looking at it and kind of like breaking it down and in concept. And also having like a music background, when you hear certain lyrics, like you might hear an entendre, you might hear a song that the audience might take it as one way, but the video gives it that extra layer of meaning behind it. So it's like you get that, oh, okay, like that type of vibe when you watch the visual. So I would say I draw my inspiration mostly from movies, and I would say second, like my peers. And we have a chat too, so sometimes we bounce ideas off each other and stuff.
Definitely. I think my biggest motivation, inspiration is just making shit that I want to watch. You know what I mean? Like the things that I like to watch, that's the type of shit I make. So that's what kind of keeps it exciting, is that, okay, I'm gonna make some shit that I'm gonna sit back and keep watching this video for my own entertainment. So that's really what kind of motivates me and try to keep my stuff like kind of different than what everybody else is doing, because I like to watch it. I'll sit there, like sometimes it'll take me a while to edit a video because I just keep watching. I'm damn, this shit is entertaining. I'll watch it on the computer, I'll export it and watch it on the phone, and I go and lay in my bed and watch it on the laptop just because I'm entertained. So if your own stuff entertains you, then you know what I mean, it's gonna entertain everybody else. So
Danny stole my answer, yo. I ain't gonna hold you. Stole it. I'm like, dang.
Just be like, just say video games.
Just move on to the next question.
Yeah, you know, video game. You know, you inspired by them video games.
He's like, yeah, man, I'm
Anime.
inspired playing God of War right now, man.
Oh, bro.
Who trying to dress up as Kratos?
Let's not even start that argument here.
Like, what's your motivation? Like, money.
Now I watch a lot of Korean films and like a lot of Japanese films in my free time. So all my treatments be like a screenshot or something.
Ain't no
from
free
there.
time. Correction.
I mean, I use all the 24 hours of my day. So
Yeah.
yeah.
What advice do you guys have for upcoming videographers?
I got the first one.
What?
Learn your camera.
Mm.
Because people be thinking like, oh, we just got to buy like the best camera or the best lens. No, if you learn your camera 100%, you can produce the same thing that you see on TV. Because a lot of people don't learn their camera at all. 3 simple things. What is identity?
I'm going to say, don't stay content and remain teachable. And I say that because technology changes, the climate of videos changes, like, you know, so don't, like, once you get stuck and once you're content with where you are and then you stop listening to people and you feel like you know everything, you're going to be stuck. And I can guarantee that 1,000% that that's what's going to happen if that's how you are.
Also networking, obviously we just spoke on it. Don't be afraid to network. And don't be afraid to ask the question too. I call Denny up any time of the night.
It could be dumb. It could be well, you might feel like it's dumb. There's no such thing as really no question, but we'll just say bruh and then answer it. Like it should be like, yo, what's the setting number? I'm like, bruh. But then it's like, all right, answer the question.
Remain
but
teachable.
Yeah.
I would say my number one input is don't just try to do what everybody else is doing, what's popular and what's trending. Like there's certain video styles that's currently trending, but it's not going to be trending forever. And also it's going to just put you in a box to where you're only able to do one type of thing, one type of video. So you want to try to always figure out a way, how am I going to stand out from the rest? How am I going to stand out from the rest? How am I going to stand out from everybody? Across all genres. Because you may be lit now, but in a couple of years, it's going to be somebody else that's more trending because they're capturing what is currently hot. So you should be able to do what's currently hot and also do your own thing to set your own trends.
I feel like we're giving the wrong advice. Because we only giving advice on music videos, and music videos is...
Yeah, but that's what we doing. I mean, of course you want to do more, but that's really the bread and butter.
That's still like, you know, like I say, like...
Don't be afraid to branch out further than music videos.
Oh,
like that's not like the only thing for film. It might feel like it, but it's not. It's like 10 different other things you can do to make money with your camera.
Right.
A lot of it's boring.
I'm gonna say don't. Another thing to add in. Another thing I want to add on to that.
Realestate. Ain't nobody trying to film nobody's house. I mean, I'm just playing around. Everybody has their own.
Everybody has their own thing. But don't bound yourself to your equipment. Brand yourself first. Like, you know, people shouldn't be hitting they hitting you for a 4K video or they hitting you for a U video. Like I shouldn't hit Ish and be like hitting Ish because I want a 4K video. I should be hitting Ish because I want an Ish video. So brand yourself more than the equipment that you use. People be like, yo, I'm doing this deal on this camera, this deal with this camera, and people shouldn't be hitting you for that. It shouldn't matter what camera you show up with. As long as that final product is a representation of you and your company, that's what people should buy into.
Yeah, people should be able to watch. People should be able to see certain things and be like, oh, that's his style.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you could do what's hot, but at the same time, you should have your own look, your own way of doing things. Like, you could like, we got to chat. Somebody can send me a link. I know that's Denity's video. Because he has his own style. Ish has his own style. He has his own strengths that other people can't do, that I can't do. You know what I mean? I may have been doing film a little longer than Ish, but he has some things that I can't do. Denity has things that he could do that I can't do, and vice versa. So, you know what I mean? Take your strengths and enhance them and just know what the best capabilities you have and just maximize it.
I think a tough bridge that a lot of newer videographers like tend to like get stuck at is like the equipment part too. They watch 30 YouTube videos. They look at, oh, should I get this camera? Should I get this camera? All right. Should I get this lens? Should I get this lens? What software should I use and things of that nature? Like, what's a way that they could kind of like simplify that, like that?
Well, I mean, I try to tell people, a lot of people get caught up too much in the equipment. Like you could go out and see there's videos out there that look immaculate shot with an iPhone. So don't get too caught up with the equipment. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I mean, the best rule of thumb is get the most you could afford. I mean, get the best you could afford. Don't kill yourself. But you could start with just the camera and build from there. There's people out there that's doing videos for like the biggest artists in the world with just the camera, like nothing else, just the camera.
Yeah, they got a bunch of different. I think start with the ideas first, like instead of the equipment, and then figure out a way to execute the idea. Because
there's people with mad equipment.
When you go to labels and they do like bids, so you submit a treatment. It don't matter that you don't have to. I've worked with directors; they don't even own a camera.
Yeah,
they come up with the treatment and they execute the treatment. As long as that treatment looks like that video, it don't matter. They're gonna cut you the budget. You can rent a Red if you don't own one. You can rent an Aria if you don't have an Aria. You can rent the camera that you would actually want to use for that particular project. You just got to execute the vision first. So I would say prioritize the vision before anything.
Yeah, there's directors that don't even know how to use a camera.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's the most important thing is the idea and the vision and the creativity.
Yeah, people walk into B&H can get starstruck.
Yeah,
it's a branding thing.
That's a fact.
But what would work with one person may not work for the next person. I know people that use Fuji cameras. I know people that are nice with Sony. I know people that are nice with the Panasonic. I know, and all of their work is like high quality and amazing. It's really like learn the tool that you're actually using. Like Cole Bennett shoots some of his videos on iPhone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really the vision. Like, and when people start prioritizing that, I think that they're gonna start moving in the path that they actually want to, go towards.
That's some great advice, actually. All right, so real quick, I kind of wanted to get into a little bit like into the client side.
Let's do it, man. Let's talk about some fun shit.
Right.
Let's get interesting with it.
So what's a crazy client story that you guys like dealt with, experienced?
A crazy client. There's so much.
We gotta shut the cameras off first.
Oh my god.
Then we could tell you. Then we could turn it back on.
I'm trying to figure out which one to tell.
That's the thing. The which one?
Which one to tell?
Listen up.
I'm gonna tell the most recent. You want me to go first? Because I don't know. This may top everything.
Set the
What's
bar.
the most recent one?
The most recent crazy story. All right. Well,
I got some top from a strip. Oh, not that crazy.
Chill,
not that crazy story.
not that crazy.
Not that crazy story.
Not crazy, but not that route. All right. It was a video I was doing with this one client, this female client, and I have an assistant that pretty much monitors and goes through all my DMs. Like if you DM me about a video, she's the one responding. Whether she says it or not, she's the one responding. And until you send that deposit, I don't even really talk to you. Unless I already know you, then I'll probably talk to you first. But anyways, it was this one client that was just bothering my assistant for weeks, and she was just super annoying. So my assistant, she wanted to quit. I'm like, yo, let me talk to her. So I took a hand of the client. For months, she was just super annoying. Like I can't even begin to describe how annoying she was. Right. So we finally did the video, and something about her didn't rub me well. Now, when I say annoying, I mean annoying. I'm not talking about like little stupid stuff. I mean like somebody you don't even want around you. So we did the video. Video came out cool. After that, she hit me for another video. And I told myself, I don't care how much money this woman has, I'm not doing another video. Something about her doesn't rub me right. You know what I mean? And a couple weeks ago, I'm on the internet surfing this news site, and I see an article. Where is it at? Hold on. Creepy NYC female teachers exposed 1 cent student. Basically, this lady is a pervert.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? This lady is a pervert. I see her picture with her name right in the picture, and she's a teacher. Like, she's abusing kids. Like, she went over this kid's house and got undressed, showed the child her privates, told the kid, eat my ass, stuff like that. And it just made me like, damn, I really predicted this. Like, this lady is crazy. You know what I mean? So that's the most recent craziness. And I'm talking like children, bro.
Wait, bro.
Like, you a grown woman.
Wait, bro.
That's wild.
Wait, bro. How'd you find the site?
I'm on it. It's a regular news site, dailymail.com.
It's like
I'm always
RLS
into my
Media
current
or something
events.
like that.
All right.
What?
Yeah. I don't even want to say
Don't say the name.
I'm not going to say a name, but if you go to Daily Mail and look up creepy teachers in New York. And then
Is she a rapper?
She a singer.
Oh, okay. She a singer.
She a singer, bro.
Sheesh.
Crazy.
Eh.
Vagina flashing to sexting. Bro, what? Like, these are children. Like, what is going, like, you need to stop singing and focus on getting your life right.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Eh.
I don't think I got a story to top that. Most
That's
of my
what I'm
stories,
saying.
You don't
that's-
got to top it.
You don't got to top it.
Pause.
We can talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't have to.
I'll go next. So this is not as crazy as that, but this is a couple years ago, and so hopefully people take this as a learning lesson. So I'm filming for my friend, her name China K. She's like popular.
Shouts to China Kid.
Shout out to China K, Caddy.
Big up.
And so she wanted to do this commercial piece for this thing called On My Mind series. So I'm like, I'm gonna collab with her and get this done. So it was her and my friend Sam Davis, the real Sam Davis. Shout out to my boy, the real Sam Davis. We came up with this little script or whatever, and she's like, yo, I know this scrap yard. We can get into the scrap yard. And I'm like, all right, bet. I'm not thinking nothing of it. So we go to the scrap yard. We had to like go through gates and sneak in there and all of this. Big scrap yard, buses, ambulances. It looked like Walking Dead set out here. I'm like, yo, this is fire. I'm about to use this for everything. So we start shooting, and like, she's chasing him with a knife. And his shirt is all ripped up and bloody. She has a knife chasing him through all of the shit. So this guy is like riding around in his old school like Buick, and he see us like, what y'all doing back here? We like, oh shit, no, we just filming. He's like, okay, cool, y'all filming. Y'all got like, he's like, I give y'all like an hour to film. We're like 10 minutes in, and I look, and the place is so big, I see cop lights just like flying by the entrance. So I'm like, oh shit. So I'm telling them like, yo, we were far out from where I had my case with the camera equipment in the entrance. So I told him like, yo, the cops coming. Let's go. Let's run to the thing. So the cops pull up fast as hell. Whoop. Stop. All they see is Sam. He's running still. His clothes all ripped up, fake blood on him. She's running. She got the knife in her hand, and it looks like she's chasing him. They open the doors. Get on the fucking ground. They got their guns out. They behind the door. It was like 4 police cars like rush us. Get on the fucking ground. We in the ground, facing the dirt. They asking for IDs. Like, I thought it was over, because once they had the guns drawn, I'm like, they're gonna pop her. She got the knife. Like, so we all 3 of us just like laying on the ground in the dirt. Like, cops is like, they restrained us to the ground because they didn't know what was going on. But then they, I'm telling them like, yo, I'm doing a film and da 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 on the camera, and they kind of let us go. But I learned that day the importance of like making sure you're getting permission and permits, because that shit could have went left. Because it may sound light, but like they could have really like looked at her and be like, oh, she got a knife, we got to put her down if she don't put the knife down. But she only had the knife because we're running to get back to where the camera equipment is. His shirt's all fucked up.
Not on my set, but it's happened before where a cop came or somebody was shooting and they shot at him. I don't think they hit him, but yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, it was immediately like, yo, I grabbed the camera and I'm just froze like, what the fuck? And they just pulled up like 3-4 cars deep, guns drawn. As soon as they hit that, and it was dirt. So when they pulled up, it was like a little drift, and then we was on the ground like taking IDs, questioning us, talking about the owner.
You scared?
Hell yeah! Once they had the guns out.
Sheesh.
I think I got one that's happened just recently. I actually got the video on my phone.
Which one?
So I'm shooting this video for my boy. He's from Brooklyn. I don't want to say his name because he might feel embarrassed. I don't know if it was beef or a homeless dude. So we was right by the Barclays Center. He got into a fight with some random dude. Dude was asking him, like, you know how New York dudes be, like, you good? Like, what's up with you? So they got into a fight with the dude. I'm still recording at this. I'm not stopping. So I just went behind a garbage can recording. Right after he done beating the dude up.
Wait, the artist beat the dude up, or the dude got beat up by the artist?
No, he beat the dude up. Right after he beat the dude up, he go back to rapping because the song's still playing. He go back to rapping the song like nothing ever happened.
Same take.
This is right here. I'm talking this right here, right here. Look at this.
You might have to put that on the camera, bro.
Yeah,
He just dunked the dude on the ground, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, he just.
And he went back to rapping like. I'm talking about went right back to swag and like it was nothing going on. Look,
You gotta show.
Yo, he just
You gotta
power.
show that.
You might have to edit that in.
You gotta put this clip right there when I'm talking about it.
You gotta edit that
And
in.
then put my face next to it. And then you gotta play this clip. I'm gonna send it to you.
I bet you send it to me.
Nah, he power bombed the dude and walked back into the light. Cause scene, that's crazy.
wrestling-
It was a whole clip, bro. He was really rapping the whole
Got
song.
into
like
a
nothing.
fight.
Is this video out,
Yeah,
bro?
but not this part. Though.
Not that clip.
Nah, you should have put that in
You should
there.
have put that in there. Like, this is not a
Nah,
part
you
of
don't
the
know. That
video.
dude may be trying to press charges.
Yeah,
Oh, that's crazy. Damn.
stuff be happening. Some stuff we can't even talk about.
Yeah, that's the crazy
Yeah.
thing.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Nah, it's just
we just be in that.
shit's like the streets.
How is it? Yo, how is it around being all on women, man? I'm especially. This is directed to you.
Who, me? Why is it directed to me?
He's like, we don't be around the women. That's what we try to say.
I feel like the.
Wait,
I feel like you the
wait,
model guy.
hold on.
The model guy.
What you said? Why is only the Nimi?
I don't know why.
I feel like he posted.
You know the funny
They say
thing is,
movie
the reason
time.
that-
Then he don't get
You know what?
No. I'm not saying that.
That's what you're trying to say?
I know what.
Every time I look at his stories, women on his stories.
You know
man.
what? I stopped taking pictures of women.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of that.
Oh, you got a
'Cause
bad
of-
experience.
No,
That's
not a
recent,
bad
too.
experience. It's like people just be,
Weird.
oh, you the woman guy, you the model guy. You know what I mean? Because I used to think I'll have a shoot with girls and I'll just take a picture of all of them, and people started
But I thought that
like
was
I'm
just for
like I'm a
content.
pimp or something.
Yeah, I thought that was content.
But people
yeah.
keep seeing certain
Same
images over
thing.
and
Oh,
over.
okay.
They try to
Okay.
paint you as that. But nah, it's like I tell people like this. It's like being a doctor. Like you ain't about to be turned on when a patient come in and you're looking at them. Like that's what it is. It's like
you're
being a
around it.
doctor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Funny thing is,
I was
Keep it
when we be
professional.
shooting videos with these girls and all that, the conversations that be happening behind the camera be totally opposite of what be happening in front of us. We be talking, me and Danny, we on set, we arguing about last week's episode or some random stuff, or yo, bro, what we about to eat after this,
Yeah.
or how come, like some,
I'm
the
gonna keep
complete
it 100.
opposite.
I'm gonna
Like,
keep it 100%. It's been. I'm just one example. It's a model that I work. Like back in the day, I worked with her mad times, work on set, and I never really like thought of her like that. Like never really. Obviously, I knew she was attractive model-wise, but I never had no type of, you know what I mean? No type of wanting to talk to her like that. And one time I seen her when we wasn't working, I'm like, damn, this girl kind of bad. I want to talk to her. And it was just because I wasn't in that environment. Now I'm like not thinking as a director. I'm thinking as a man.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So that's my best way to explain it, man. We don't be on set getting excited.
Yeah,
shit
you
like
don't
that.
really. It ain't. We not like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like a lot. I know models have stories of like different photographers and stuff like that being creeps
yeah.
and stuff
Mainly
like that.
photographers.
When it comes to them and the amount of women we work around, we very like
You
professional
got a
and
certain level
stuff like that.
of professionalism.
It's a certain level of respect, and it's also a certain level of professionalism that come with us. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing this a long time, so it's like, you know, it's like second nature
I
to
think
us.
my
Like,
thing is, by the time I show up on set, I'll be ready to go.
You be ready to leave?
Like
And
I just
shit.
want to get to work and
And
leave.
models hate me. They hate
I
me.
hate being on set so
They
long.
hate me because I be on set. I push them. Like, I drive them to be the best that they could be.
I don't think they're used to that though.
Exactly. They ain't used to it. They just
Yeah.
used to fucking sitting
I
behind
think
them.
when people,
It's
They
like,
just used to
yeah, I
sitting
just give him
behind
this
they
smile
just
and
used
then
to
he's gonna
sit
do what I
behind next
say.
to a rapper and rubbing his back and rubbing his shoulders and or twerking. That's what they used to. That's what other directors just have them do. They just shake your ass.
Yeah.
Now you go to my set, you're gonna be doing certain things. You're gonna be acting. You're gonna be. I need to see your face. To me, face is important. To all these other dudes, they just want to see your ass. Now you gotta be able to model on my set. You know what I mean? So a lot of models hate me because I push them, but when they see the visual, they love me again. Like, damn, I love working with him.
That's crazy. Cause even being around, like when you was shooting, like I seen it. I was like, yo, you mad? Like,
did you introduce that yourself and say that you were actually in our intern class?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What was
You
that?
didn't even say
2020.
Yes, sir, ski.
Yeah, 2020 Secret Society filming class.
For sure.
And every time you would talk to the models, it was like you was mad, like analytical with it. Like you wanted them to sit a certain way. Like you wanted them to like, you feel me? Like I feel like that's one thing that I took from you is to like pay attention to detail.
Yeah.
I think that's the
Yeah.
difference between a cameraman and a director. When you book a director, you're gonna get that. When you get a cameraman, you're gonna see a cameraman just do whatever the
I
artist
was about to
says.
ask him a question since he's our intern. Do you know the difference between our director and the cameraman? Now we're about to interview you.
The tables have turned.
I would say the cameraman is the one operating the camera, and the director is the person making sure like this everything is going up to par, script wise, concept wise, and just following the storyline. That's
I would say the number one. If you had to just put it in one word,
Yeah.
is the decisions.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The director calls the shots.
What was
camera
that
work
saying
is
we
just
used to
the
have?
operator.
How
The
many,
camera
how many
work
decisions
just
does a
films
director
what-
make
what
in a
he's- What
minute?
he's told
Yeah.
to film. So,
1,000, right?
So don't. If you're looking for a director, I'm looking for a cameraman. No, we not cameramen. We directors. We filmmakers. We make decisions. We ain't coming to your set to just start filming whatever's going on.
It's gonna be a whole lot of
We're gonna
no's.
create.
It's gonna be a whole lot of. It's gonna be a whole lot of because a lot of artists they had an entourage there. They be in your ear like, yo, why don't you try this, try that? I'm like, no. Like my job, I'm being paid to sit here and direct. The idea may be good, but it's a certain way to go about doing it because you might be there and they look at you as a cameraman. So you got 5 people in an entourage giving you all these ideas on what you should do because they entourage with the artist, and then that just don't fly with us.
I know that's annoying.
Yeah, once they see your vision and you start executing and you start like vocalizing what you need to get from them to achieve the look that you want, then that's when the respect
Has
comes
any
from.
of those second opinion ideas ever been good?
Yeah, sometimes you might,
Sometimes, yeah.
sometimes you might look for that, but if you already tunnel vision, you know what you need exactly.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Because some people just go off of what they see, like, put this Henny bottle in the video. Like, no. Because we gonna have, it might have to get blurred out. B, that shit is tacky. This is not what we doing today. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, it's not gonna.
Sometimes they have good ideas. I ain't gonna lie.
But I mean, like stuff like that. Like, yo, man, I want him to like had a Henny bottle in the joint, and he gonna be like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, a lot of them want to just keep repeating these stupid cliches. Like, there's been times where you're shooting like a pain video. Yo, tell her to shake her ass. Like, bro, it's pain. Like, how you rapping about pain?
It's pain and shaking ass, bro.
Or they'll grab an unopened bottle. Here, put this in a video. Like, some of those cliches are so stupid. Like, why you sitting there with 2 unopened bottles that you can't open? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you're gonna end up blurring it out anyway.
I was gonna ask, how is it working with people like with artists that are like looked at as celebrities? Like, is that like a different process? I know you got to go through like maybe like record labels and things like that. How is that process?
I think that like working with a celebrity or already working with a celebrity.
I would just say working with them and yeah, just like working with the celebrities.
It's a lot different, but each of them are different though.
Each person's different.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they're still people.
Yeah.
And some of them, depending on your level of relationship with them, they're gonna treat it different. Like they're all individual. Like some of them be bougie, some of them don't. Like, you know, we had great experiences with these particular artists, and we had some that are not so great with others. I don't think that
case by case.
Yeah, it all
it's
depends
case
on
by
your
case.
relationship with them. Because there's some times where the label will book you and they'll know you from a can of paint, and they're just acting like an asshole on set. Or there's times where, like, it's been major celebrities that'll hop in our DMs themselves, like, yo, I need you to shoot my video. And that when you have that rapport, they respect it a lot more. Or I think probably the worst situation is when working with celebrities is when it's not their project, like they're a feature, like they're being paid by another artist to be there. Like they never want to stay long enough for the shoot. They just want to film whatever. They just want to be in and out. Like you'll have like a whole crazy production setup, all these ideas, and they just want to just, no, I'm just gonna shoot right here. Like bro, what are you talking about? We have all these ideas set up. They don't want to wear what they're supposed to wear. They don't want to do what they're supposed to do. They just want to do whatever. So that's probably the only challenge is when the celebrity isn't really involved in the process. They just getting paid to show up and leave a lot of times, and because they're expecting to come on a bullshit ass set, a real run and gun video. So you'll have like a real production setup, and they come expecting to just,
you might have a crazy treatment, like a really detailed, dope treatment, and then you got to just improvise and do something more.
I think with cases like that, it depends on the relationship with the artist and the person, too.
Yeah, of course.
So based off that, it trickles down to you, because if you're trying to execute something, you can't, because the artist don't have no steam.
So in those cases, do you usually have full creative control, or?
It depends. So
it's case by case.
Sometimes if the label just, like, let's say Rock Nation hired me to shoot something.
Yeah.
Rock Nation is pretty much, I'm showing up, I do the treatment, I'm showing up. The artist don't know me for a can of paint. But like Nimi said, if an artist hit you directly, like, oh, I'm going to shoot with you, or if you already have the rapport with a certain artist, then I have complete creative control to do pretty much whatever I want. Because then the artist going to push to their label, like, nah, I want to do the way he want to do it. Or
because the artists know what they getting when they hit you directly. When the label do it, they don't know. It's like a rolling the dice.
Yeah, if you have that respect with the artist or label, like there's artists, like popular artists, that sometimes they'll work with me, and they'll come to the shoot not even knowing what the fuck they're gonna do, but they trust you. They trust your vision so much. They'll come with no clothes. They don't know what they're getting into. They're just ready to take direction. And that's just establishing yourself and establishing your respect level in the industry, to whereas people trust your vision and know that is going to come out fire. So.
Okay. And then another question that I had was, not to get into like the whole controversy of like the Kyrie Kanye thing in full scope, but I wanted to talk about, like, because there is some stuff you could take.
Don't get Nimi started, bro.
No, I don't want to get full scope. Like I said, like
I want to talk about it.
I want to talk about like the back end of it, because I feel like there's some lessons that we could take from it, like as a community. I feel like there isn't enough, like, I don't know, black ownership or black media, right? So what do you guys, like, what's your opinion on that? Like, just because everybody's bashing these two people, right, for whatever opinion.
Kanye and Kyrie.
Yeah. So, like, I just feel like
I think I don't like when people put them together.
Yeah.
Because they didn't do the same things.
Okay.
They didn't do the same
but it's
things.
It's falling under
they're putting, because of the timing of everything, people are putting Kyrie, Kanye.
Yeah.
No, one person, his issue is his ego and his anger, and like, he literally said things to disrespect and offend people. The other guy is just trying to educate his community, trying to uplift his community. Like, the thing he posted may not have been 100% like I don't want to get too much detail, but he may have made like certain mistakes, but the other person didn't make any mistake. He was very what's the word, deliberate in the things he did and things he said, and the other person is trying to uplift. You know what I mean? So I don't like when people put them together in the same box and stuff like that. But I think the important thing to gather from that is, what is the, I don't know if I even talk about this, because we could go forever, man.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
I just feel like this wouldn't happen because if we had like just more ownership out there, like black ownership. Yeah.
And well, that's that's my perspective on it. Like, I don't like focusing on other people, what other people got, and what other people are doing. I like focus on what we need to be doing. That's always been my focus. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people get upset at other groups because they're doing things that we supposed to be doing because we're not doing it. But I rather look at situations and say, okay, how did they do this to get to that position? How could we unify as a movement, as a group, to whereas these people don't matter to us, to where we're the bosses, we're controlling our own shit. So I like focusing on our own shit. Like, I'm not mad at nobody else for if you're not affecting me. Yeah. And I'm bossing my own right. We created this shit and we're gonna keep winning. That's how I see it.
I feel like that's hard though, because there's so much like foundation where they've been in control for, hundreds of years. And it's like most of us are still kind of in that mindset, like we want to like stay consumers, we want to like, but I feel like the real true power is having like ownership, having assets and things of that nature. But
well, it's a fact, and that's how anybody gets control, is by ownership, growing your assets and pooling it together and helping each other as a community. That's what I like focusing on. Yeah. I like focusing on no other group.
Look at all the stuff that he got to do now, just because.
Yeah, that ultimatum thing is just.
Yeah, I mean they trying to make an example out of Kyrie, which is. I mean, I may not agree with everything Kyrie has said in the past, like me being like, we ain't talking about my background, but my background is in science. And there's certain things that Kyrie said in the past, like the world is flat and little shit like that kind of like, and I may not agree with everything he said, but at the same time, in this situation, they being way too aggressive with his treatment. Like, they're trying to make an example out of him. They're trying to make him into a whipping boy, which to see a black man having to go through that when they have tried to be uplifting, you know what I mean? It's not comfortable watching that.
Especially after they ain't doing none of Jeff Bezos.
I feel like it's deeper than that.
I mean, I feel like it's a different situation though. It's.
I don't think it's either or. I don't think it's like, oh, because we doing this to him, we got to do this to him. I think it's a lot deeper than that. It goes even like there's. Our textbooks aren't 100% accurate.
Well, because Jeff Bezos ain't sitting there going through everything that's on Amazon.
That's true.
So it's like
he's just.
I mean, that'll set a bad precedent if you say you're responsible for these 100 million items that's on your web. I mean, I don't know. But
that makes sense.
Yeah, I just like focusing on what I'm doing, on what people doing. That's what I like. That's really the only way you're gonna get through this shit, is just focusing on what you doing and the things that you can control. I don't like focusing on variables that are outside of my control.
I think another big part of that is also through our, like, Nimi's been doing this for certain, like, probably 12, me and Ish, this is year 10 for us. And along the way, throughout all the internships, like, we really uplifted and changed a lot of lives for a lot of people, from people that are modeling, people that are doing lighting, people are doing AC, people that are doing writing. Like, throughout our tenure doing this, throughout our careers, we really, really changed a lot of people's lives. They would have been probably doing, and that's part of what Nimi was saying, like, just focusing on us. Like, that's our contribution towards that, is by, like, we don't charge people for working with us and being on set with us. We do that for free. You can come and learn for free. We don't, you've been part of 2020 class, and our whole time doing this, we've never charged any of these people for anything. We bring them around, we give them a chance to learn under us, and we do it for free. And that's our contribution towards ownership and things of that nature, like people that we have, giving them opportunities and things, and we don't ask for anything in return other than be the best version of yourself in that space.
Yeah, and that just to piggyback off what he said, is that Secret Society, SSMP, Infantry is more than film. It's where we're literally teaching people how to be men and how to be women and how to be powerful individuals and how to be leaders. So that's one thing we emphasize, that it's more than just how to work a camera. You know what I mean? We try to encourage people to conduct themselves in a way that's gonna empower them, so they could help improve their family situation, their situation, and Yeah, I mean that's really what we about.
Some of like the most satisfying part of it is looking at how many people have actually quit their jobs to, you know, because of what we've done and because of them working, you know, stuff like getting to the point where it's like when I started, Nimi used to say all the time, yo, I can't wait till you get fired from your job so you could do this shit full time. Like he used to just like he
used to be at game. Man, that shit just.
Oh, it died?
I guess it went for an hour or whatever. Make sure you save it.
All right. So mine died too.
Yeah, Nimi used to be like, yo, man, I can't wait until you quit your job. And then like after that, it was just like, it was
he
over.
used to be in GameStop slaving overtime. Like, bro, come fuck with this film shit. I felt like, what's that dude from Paid in Full? Who's the dude from Paid in Full?
Damn. What's his name?
Trying to encourage them to he came was that Rico?
Nah.
Who came to the basketball court and convinced them, yo, come fuck with this work?
Mitch? Is that Mitch?
I don't remember their names, but that's how I felt.
Yeah.
But instead of drugs, the work was this film, this camera. Yeah. Come leave that job, man. Come play with this camera.
Yeah, his camera or this modeling, like you got, you know, or this like.
And that's where we all came from.
Yeah, just nothing, like nothing.
Word. In conclusion, because I believe we wrapping up in a few. I always ask people this, right? What's some of y'all goals moving forward?
I want to be doing movies and film full time. That's like my upcoming thing. Like, I just want to strictly be doing that. Like in that space, I only strictly want to be doing that. Like that's so I'm kind of like doing my best to kind of work towards that.
Honestly, because I just put out a feature film, last month? I was a DP. DP means like the person that directed photography. He pretty much planned out all the shots. Shout out to Rock Davis. He directed it. I've been actually looking towards working for like a network, like HBO, like or ABC, like it's in the works right now. So that's probably like the next step for my career, I think.
That's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, me and Danny kind of got the same goals. I got a film that I've been writing for probably like 10 years. So hopefully, I mean, it's just film.
Wait, short term or long term?
Long term, both. It could be
short term. I'm gonna finish Red Dot.
Yeah, Red Dot's the web series.
Red Dot's the web series.
Yeah, Ishell Rock Davis's film kind of inspired me and motivated me to get my film project done, because I don't know, I just feel like I just want it to be so perfect that I just keep coming up with new ideas and cutting this off and adding more. And right now in my head the movie's like 6 hours long, so
I don't think
I gotta cut it down to like
it's just not gonna be like perfect man, because I know you are like perfectionist.
All
right, man. And then my final question is, no, it's not even a question. I just want you guys to leave something for the audience, like just one last gem for people who maybe
for like filmmakers or like
for people who want to be entrepreneurs and filmmakers.
I just feel like you shouldn't be afraid to fail, because when we was starting, we was failing every single day. I didn't even know how to even use a camera. Like there's people I was DMing separate from Nimi, like Rock Davis, or like people I just seen like All City Smitty. Let's ask them, yo, how you do this on the camera? How does this work? Oh, what's that? What's this? And I go back, I do it, I mess up, I watch it, people tell me it's bad. Okay, I moved on, and now I'm here. Like, you can't be scared to fail, like, because you learn from your mistakes, I think, more than you learn from your successes.
That's a gem.
I think that you should definitely just do. Like, I don't want to sound cliche, but
just do it.
Just do it. Because, like, whatever it is that you want to do, like, because the resources are out there. You know, I would take gigs and people would ask me, can you do this effect? I would never know how to do it, but I'll go home and learn it and do it. It backed me into a corner because I already committed to saying that I could do it. So now I got to go watch the proper tutorials, and I understand how I learned. So I felt like it was always doable. And by doing it that way, it helped me like learn different things, like as far as visual effects, editing, and even with the camera, like, you know, to a certain extent, like Nimi had a book called Cinematography. What was the name of it?
Cinematography by Blaine Brown.
Yeah, it was this book, and then, you know, Nimi kind of was like, he kind of gave us what we needed. Like,
Who got my book, man? One of these interns got my book, bro.
It got to be like year two.
That was like the film Bible at the time. That kind of got us all started. I loaned it to somebody. Probably was Pete, and never got it back. I don't know.
It probably got to be on Audible. You said Blake
Just
Brown?
blame Pete.
Yeah,
Just
but
blame
it
Pete.
was, bro. It was like a holy book when it comes to this.
It was
film
like
shit.
the Bible of film. You
I
remember
got
that
the
book?
I have the Quentin Tarantino Bible. That's the one I got.
I need that too.
Yeah.
You finished? Or you still going?
No, I'm done. That was basically.
Yeah, we done.
I would think my input is take a risk. You know what I mean?
No risk, no Rari.
Take a risk. Basically, I come from a background where everybody in my family always encouraged me to be either be a doctor or a lawyer or just get like a, you know what I mean, standard type job and just keep working and stuff like that. And when I first started doing film, my family looked at me like, bro, what the hell are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life? You're not gonna be successful. Like my dad they're the type of people that they'll keep it real with you. They don't sugarcoat nothing. So they kind of, the pressure that they put on us, me and my siblings, turned us into diamonds. You know what I mean? But basically, like they looked at us like, yo, you throwing your life away. What are you doing? Like, why are you doing this film shit? And my brother stood up for me one time. My older brother, he was like, yo, the reason why nobody in this family is rich is nobody ever took a risk. Everybody's just going with the flow, and they're going to school, which is wonderful. Always encourage education. Getting jobs is great, but at the same time, to break from that mold, it's going to take risks. It's going to take sacrifices. It's going to take times where you may not work a certain job to where you could put more time towards your business, and there's going to be a risk involved. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody gets rich unless you got a rich father or a rich parent. Nobody gets rich without taking a risk. You know, maybe a small risk, maybe a large risk, but you know what I mean? Jump off that cliff and not a cliff, but try to just, you know what I mean? Be very, very strategic with your risk, but it's not going to be a safe thing.
Word. Nah, that was
Have fun, guys. So serious.
Why so
Like, have fun with what you're doing. Like, I know sounds probably scaring y'all, but have fun.
For sure.
Yeah, that shit is fun as hell.
Yeah, it's just
A lot
mad
of pressure,
fun.
a lot of stress, but
It's adventurous.
very
Have fun, guys.
It's very, very adventurous.
Thrilling.
Have fun. Have fun.
Shit is
I
thrilling.
promise.
Nah, but I definitely want to thank you guys for coming, man. I hope people get a lot out of this episode. Definitely got to watch it all the way through because this is fun. But yeah, this wraps up another episode of the Value Menu Podcast. And yeah, let's
movie time. Secret Society.
let's go.
We gotta hold the pose at the end for the YouTube video. For the YouTube
For the thumbnail.
YouTube thumbnail. Like, do we?
Do we? Because he's standing there like.
We don't have to do nothing but be black and die.
Oh man.
The rap.